you go. Go, 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 go. Okay, so I just want to jump on here and say it's okay, Kim. This is for Kim Kardashian. It's all right, girl. Don't even worry about it. Seriously. Um, God never gives you too much more than you can handle. And sometimes, you know, it's for the best. Sometimes it really is. Because sometimes, you know, just in life in general, um, people who are wealthy, they get a lot more than other people. They get a lot of opportunities that other people don't get. They get a lot of chances that other people don't get. So, so what? Maybe you're not going to be a lawyer, but you can play one on TV. I saw that show. It's good. I know people are shitting on you because you're a famous little rich girl from LA, and they're gonna shit on you, okay? Because you're privileged and, you seem like you have a thick skin. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, I probably wouldn't tell people that I use Chat GPT though, because that's cheating. But anyway, I just think, there's an important lesson here. And maybe you might not have thought about it, but a lot of rich people um use their privilege and get privileges because they can pay their way into a field, you know, or, and they're not ready or they don't deserve it. I'm sure you could do it. I'm sure you could be a lawyer. I'm sure that, I'm sure you could do it, but maybe you just need more time. But if you think about things the way that I'm thinking about it and like the things that like go through my head sometimes, like I immediately think about JFK Jr. Now, JFK Jr., he was not qualified to fly that plane. He had not spent enough time flying, and because he had privilege, his teacher let him go and fly, and he killed two women, including himself. That's privilege. That shouldn't have happened. And it probably wouldn't have if he hadn't been JFK Jr. He was always supposed to be with another pilot. Okay, another situation. Kobe Bryant. Like, the pilot said, no, sir, we can't go. And Kobe was like, yeah, yeah, we gotta go. We gotta get there. We gotta get there, and he offered him more money and more and more and more money. And what happened? They all died. Do you want to be responsible for, wanting ending up with somebody going to prison for the rest of their life because you were using Chat GPT and you didn't go to real law school and you just had tutors helping you all the time? Sometimes you just gotta like actually go to fucking law school. You know, um, I don't know, but you have a fantastic show, and sometimes some people just have to know when you've had enough. Like you're very privileged. You've had a great life. Like I can't say, I don't live in your skin. I can't say that, but I mean, you've had a lot of good things. You've got great kids. You have a really cool mom. It seems like you get to talk to your sisters all the time, something I wish I could do. Um, you have a career, you have successful businesses, you're very beautiful. You survived a deadly kidnapping, okay, and robbery. You could have died. Um, you survived a dangerous marriage. I mean, these are all things that are life threatening, and you need to be grateful that you have so many blessings that are like it's unbelievable. Sometimes you just got to push away from the table, knowing you've had enough to eat. Another situation where somebody used their privilege, and some preacher lady, she was like a weirdo. I don't know her name. But she had a weight loss program and it was called The Way Down. And she had a church and she was really an asshole. But she used to weigh her congregation and humiliate them in front of everybody. And she would charge them for the weight loss program. So she was making money hand over fist. I'm sure that if you saw her, you'd be like, what? She had the Long Island hair, Long Island medium hair. Okay, but on like a teeny, teeny, tiny little lady, like a little small body, but a big ass head. She looked like an alien. So Just be glad. Be glad that, like, you don't make a mistake, accidentally send somebody to the electric chair, because you were using Chat GPT, you know? And fuck it. Your show is fantastic. Just put your legs up, put your heels up on the desk and say, you know what? I'm just gonna take my time. What's a rush? You're pretty young, you know? You got good underwear going, you got a good, bra line, a good, you know, hair, beauty, all that stuff's working for you. So, just sometimes you can't have everything. God doesn't give you every single thing you want in this world. And you know what? Maybe there's a reason you're not supposed to be a lawyer right now. Maybe, when you're older, you can be a lawyer. Like, I don't want Glenn Close to be my lawyer either. But I'll be damned. I saw her in Damages. I saw her on your show. She's a fucking great ass attorney on TV. But, when it comes to my life and whether or not I'm my freedom, I'm hiring somebody from Brooklyn that will tell me, look, shut up, bitch. That is stupid. Don't say that. You know? So I'm not saying you can't say that, but I'm just saying you're kind of famous. So maybe when that dies down a little bit, you can be an attorney. Doesn't mean, there's no limitations on how many times you can take the bar. I don't think so. But yeah, you don't want to be responsible for something and, you got a lot going on. You have to put your whole concentration into the bar exam at once. You have too many jobs, girl. You have too many jobs. You're a mom. You've got too many damn jobs to be. I mean, I think it's a focus thing. I think you have to actually just go somewhere to law school and don't do nothing else. Don't produce a TV show and be in fashion shows and fashion lines and all that stuff. That's a lot. I mean, you're only one person, you know. But that's just my 2 cents. But I like your show. And I watched it, and you can't listen to people. I've heard reviews of things that people say, "Oh, that sucked," and I was like, "What?" I loved it. So I don't listen to reviews because sometimes I think they get paid off, and sometimes I think they're just haters. So you know, you've got it all, girl. Just be grateful and don't be on the TV like this. I saw a picture. No, don't please don't do that. You don't look good crying like that. Just don't. Don't give them what they want. You know they want that. They want to see you. Like, oh, I did. Stop yourself. No, don't do it. And just study, girl. And that's about all I have to say. So I'm gonna have my cigarette. Sometimes you just want to be back in the 80s. All right, well, bye. Take care, Kim. I know you'll pass next time.